Has your cat ever done something so strange, so specific, so quietly deliberate that you stopped and thought, what does that actually mean? Because behind the behaviours most owners laugh off or barely notice, there is something your cat is trying to tell you. Something that has nothing to do with food, nothing to do with habit, and everything to do with how much they trust you. These 5 things are not random. Every single one of them is your cat handing you something they almost never give anyone. Let's start with the one that looks the most like nothing. 1. They pretend not to watch you. Here is something your cat will never admit. They are almost always watching you. That half-closed eye from the corner of the couch. That slow turn away the moment you look over. That perfectly timed yawn right when you catch them staring. None of it is accidental. Your cat is running surveillance on you, and they have been doing it since the day you brought them home. Cats are wired to monitor everything in their territory. Movement, sound, routine, anything that shifts. And in your home, you are the most important variable in their entire environment. So they track you, constantly. The reason they pretend not to is actually rooted in how cats communicate trust. Direct, sustained eye contact in the cat world is a challenge. It is confrontational. So when your cat wants to watch you without making it weird, they look just slightly away. They angle their body sideways. They let their eyelids go heavy so it looks like sleep. But here is what makes this a compliment rather than just instinct. Cats monitor things they care about, things that matter to their sense of safety and stability. If your cat consistently keeps you in their peripheral, if they always seem to know exactly where you are in the house without being obvious about it, that is not surveillance. That is devotion wearing a very convincing disguise. Researchers have found that cats can recognize their owner's voice and choose when to respond to it. That word choose is the important one. When your cat glances your way the moment you speak, even from across the room, even when they don't move a muscle, they heard you, they acknowledged you, and in cat language, that quiet acknowledgement is the equivalent of a nod from someone who doesn't give those out easily. So the next time your cat seems completely unbothered by your existence, while somehow always knowing where you are, take it for what it is. You are the most important thing in the room. They just have too much dignity to make it obvious. 2. They sleep in your dirty laundry. This one tends to make owners laugh. You come home to find your cat completely curled up inside the laundry basket, nestled into a pile of clothes you were about to wash, looking entirely at peace with their life choices. It seems ridiculous. It is actually one of the most sincere things they ever do. Cats experience the world almost entirely through scent. Their sense of smell is estimated to be 14 times more powerful than ours. So while you walk into a room and see it, your cat walks into a room and reads it. Every surface, every object, every piece of fabric is carrying information, and your clothing, especially the pieces you have worn, is carrying the most concentrated version of you that exists anywhere in your home. When your cat burrows into your unwashed hoodie or curls up on the shirt you left on the chair, they are surrounding themselves with your scent on purpose. Not because it smells good to them the way a candle smells good to us, but because your smell means safety. It means you. And in your absence, your scent is the closest thing they have to your actual presence. Studies have shown that cats can recognize their owner's scent even when it has been significantly altered or partially masked. That means your cat is not just responding to a general human smell. They have memorized the specific chemical signature that belongs to you alone, and when they seek it out, especially when you are not there, they are choosing your comfort over everything else available to them. And if that is not worth pausing on, there is something even more specific happening when they choose your shoes. Your shoes carry traces of everywhere you have been that day, every surface you walked on, every place you visited. Your cat can read that like a map. In their own way, they are catching up with you, learning where you went, what you encountered, filling in the hours they spent without you. It is their version of asking about your day, just quieter and significantly more thorough. And hey, if your cat just earned a little more credit for that pile of laundry they've been sleeping in, hit like and subscribe so we can reach more owners who have no idea their cat has been this close to them all along. Because what is coming in the next 3 points goes even deeper than this. 3. They guard you while you sleep. Most people assume their cat sleeps through the night the same way they do. They don't. And what your cat is actually doing while you are unconscious is one of the most quietly extraordinary things that happens inside your home. Cats are naturally crepuscular, meaning their instincts push them toward activity at dawn and dusk. In the wild, that is when they hunt, when they patrol, when they monitor their territory for anything that changed while they rested. And in your home, that territory includes you. Watch where your cat positions themselves when you go to bed. If they settle near the door facing outward, that is not a coincidence. That is a strategic choice. They are placing themselves between you and whatever might come in. If they sleep near your head, they are protecting what they instinctively understand to be your most vulnerable point. If they position themselves at the foot of the bed with their body angled toward the room, they are covering the widest possible visual field while you are completely unaware. Cats in the wild are both predator and prey. That reality never fully leaves them, even in a safe, warm home. So when they choose to spend their most alert hours watching over a sleeping human instead of doing literally anything else, that is a choice that costs them everything in terms of instinct. They are giving you their most valuable resource, their vigilance. Some cats go further than just positioning. Behaviorists who have studied domestic cats using nighttime cameras have observed cats actively patrolling the home in slow, deliberate loops, checking entry points, pausing near their sleeping owner, then resuming the circuit. They are not restless, they are working, and the person they are working for is you. You will never see most of it. That is almost the point. They are not doing it for acknowledgement. They are doing it because somewhere deep in their wiring, you became worth protecting. 4. They follow you into the bathroom. Every cat owner knows this moment. You try to close the door. A paw appears underneath it. Then the meowing starts. Then the staring through the crack. And if you make the mistake of leaving it slightly open, suddenly you have company for something that was supposed to be a private activity. Most people find this funny. Some find it slightly unnerving. Almost nobody recognizes it for what it actually is. Your home is your cat's territory. Every room, every corner, every surface belongs to their mental map of the space they are responsible for. When you close a door, you are not just closing a door. From your cat's perspective, you have sealed off a section of their kingdom and gone inside without them. That alone is enough to cause low-level distress in a deeply bonded cat. But the bathroom adds another layer. Feline behaviorists point out that bathrooms are genuinely unusual spaces from a cat's sensory perspective. Running water is a sound that in the wild carries serious associations. Flooding, unstable ground, competition near a water source. Your cat's hearing is sensitive enough that a running faucet registers as significant. A shower is something else entirely. So when you disappear behind a closed door and the sounds coming through it are strange and watery, your cat is not being nosy. They are worried. The cats who sit outside and yell until you open the door are telling you they need to confirm you're okay. The cats who come inside and sit at your feet while you brush your teeth are telling you something quieter, but equally clear. They want to be between you and whatever they cannot fully understand. Just in case. It is not glamorous. It is not the image most people have of feline affection, but a cat who refuses to let you navigate the bathroom alone is a cat who has taken personal responsibility for your safety, and that is a level of loyalty that most people in your life will never match. 5. They groom themselves in front of you. This last one is the most understated of all, and it is the one most owners walk straight past without realizing what just happened. You sit down next to your cat, and within a few minutes they stretch out, start licking their paw, and begin cleaning their face with the kind of thorough commitment that suggests they have forgotten you exist. It looks like they are simply grooming. What is actually happening is one of the rarest displays of trust a cat is capable of giving. Grooming is one of the most vulnerable states a cat can be in. Their attention narrows, their alertness drops, their ability to detect and respond to a threat is significantly reduced. In the wild, the moment a cat begins to groom is the moment they are most exposed. Their instincts know this, which means they will only enter that state in conditions where they feel completely, unconditionally safe. When your cat chooses to groom in your presence right next to you, sometimes practically on top of you, they are making a statement about what you mean to them. Not with sound, not with movement, just by letting their guard down completely while you are sitting there. They are telling you that your presence does not register as a risk. It registers as safety, as calm, as the exact condition their nervous system needed before it could finally relax. Some cats take this even further and will groom their owner directly, licking their hand, their arm, their hair. That behavior, called allogrooming, is something cats reserve exclusively for animals they consider family. Not companions, not housemates. Family. The inner circle. The ones they would choose again if they had the choice. And here's the thing worth carrying with you after this video. Your cat did have the choice. Every single day they make it again. Not because you feed them, not because you shelter them, but because somewhere in the middle of all the ordinary moments you share together, you became the place where they feel safe enough to close their eyes. That is not a small thing. For a creature built entirely around self-preservation, choosing to be unguarded with you is the loudest thing they will never say out loud. And yet somehow, in all their silence, they have been saying it every single day. You just needed someone to translate that for you.